Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Ji Farida Kali Mende Kapde Kala Menda Vis Gun hi parya main firan log kahen darves tu dariyao dana bina main machli kaise ant laha jeh jeh dekha तह तह तू है तुझ ते निकसी फूट मरा हमरी गणत ना गणिया काई अपना बिरद पछाण हाथ दे राखे कर अपने सदा सदा रंग मान साचा साहिब सद मेहरबान बंद पाया मेरे सतगुर पूरै होई सर्ब कल्याण जियो पाए पिंड जिन साजिया दिता पैनन खान अपने दास की आप पैज राखी नानक सद कुर्बान दंडोत बंदन अनक बार सर्ब कला समरथ डोलन ते राखो प्रभु नानक दे कर हथ राजान राज पानान पान देवान देव पवा महान चबर छतर तखदान मालक सच्चे सतगुरु परम पूजनीक धन धन श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब महाराज जी की निੱਘੀ गोद विच जुड़ बैठी गुरु रूप गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी remembering these days of Guru Nanak Dev Ji सच्चे पातशाह, that true form of love, the embodiment of prem. ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਮਨ ਬਿਰਤੀਆਂ ਕਾਗਰ ਕਰਕੇ sit with your back straight, allow your surtੀਆਂ to travel through the realms of time and space. Take your mind to that place with the vision of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah in front of your eyes. Never fall under this belief that Sache Paatshah is not now. Ityas is written in your heart. It's happening in this very moment. If you are beyond time, then so is your Guru. And if that experience is beyond time, then the Guru can be experienced right now in this very moment. Tai meri benti hai netar band karke close your eyes, open your heart, and with prem sare sangat gaj vaj ke fateh bulao ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. There was an old man sitting in his garden, and as he sat in his garden, sitting in a squatting position with his back against the wall, his hands folded together, he's thinking, Hey Sache Paatshah, I can't live without you. Tere to bina main kuch bhi nahi. I can't bear this pain of separation anymore, Sache Paatshah. Will I ever get your darshan again? Kade darshan honge? Pyareo, prem is this one thing. You try controlling your thoughts. Many yogis did. They did Hatha Yoga. They sat in penance for years and years, trying to stop their thoughts from coming. But this one thing called love, this has the ability to move all thoughts away and connect you in such a remembrance, which that remembrance, all thoughts go away and it becomes that form. What is love like? Prem is like taking butter and putting it on bread. As soon as the bread touches the butter, it absorbs in it. As soon as you touch that love of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, then you will begin to experience that. All your thoughts will go away right away. This old man sits, Sache Pacha, will I get your darshan? I become old now, my life is wearing away. And as this old man sits and thinks these thoughts, somebody knocks on his door. It's early in the morning. There's still mist in the air. Just like there's tranquility within the air and amongst the plants, his heart is sitting in complete anand, but in such a grave pain. The door knocks again. He opens the door, and an old friend of his father walks in and says, Rai, oh Rai Bular, I've come here to meet you. I was just walking through the area, and me being an old friend of your father, I've come to give you this suggestion. Oh Rai Bular, you're sitting in the city of Talwandi. Your father was a great warrior. He conquered many lands. Rai, what are you doing? You sit here and virag. All you do is solve all day. Yes, I understand you're old, but I'm older than you. Your father was a great warrior, but now you've become weak. You sit here doing nothing. Look around in these lands. Around you, there are many other Hindu lords and nawabs. They're gathering armies. In just a few days, they'll be coming, and they might even come and try to take over Talwandi. Your father was somebody that would have captivated on this opportunity. Rai Bular, tum jaake kuch kar. Pyare, who's Rai Bular? Rai Bular is that same person in the childhood of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha who recognized the light of Paramatma inside of them. Rai Bular is the same person who tried to go to the father of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha to explain to them that your son is not a normal son. They're the form of Paramatma. Rai Bular was there in that same city, and the Lord and the Nawab, the king of that city, even during the time when Guru Nanak Dev Ji first blessed their beautiful eyes in that land. In the birth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Rai Bular was there, and now he's become old. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they've been married to Sultanpur. They travel on these lands. Bhai Mardana and Bhai Bala is with them. Nobody knows where they go. Sometimes they hear that they've gone to the west. Then they hear that they've gone to the east. No, have they gone to the south? When will we get an update? Where is my beloved? I've become old, I long for that darshan. Only in that darshan, only by seeing by Guru Nanak Dev Ji do I find bliss. And now I've become old. Can I get that darshan now? Or will I wear away? Will my body deteriorate just in the same way? Can I be blessed? Main fir anand pa sakda ha? Can I see Akal Purkh in front of my eyes? He's explaining this to this friend of his father. The old priest says, Bular, tu kamjor ho gaya. Look what your father would have done. Rai Bular says, my father was blessed with surmatai. He had great strength. He was a warrior. But I have been blessed with detachment. But do not think this to be my weakness. If somebody was to come and attack Talwandi, I would defend it. I would fight for it. But in the meantime, I sit in remembrance of Paramatma. I will not go out and captivate and kill innocent people. Nahi. It doesn't matter to me, because the eyes of my Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, both the eyes, one eye is for the Hindus, one eye is for the Musliman. Maharaj does not look, they do not discriminate in this way. There's love for both. That's why just because it's somebody else's village, you think I will go and do that? Nahin. The priest says, look how weak you've become. You bow down to a Hindu. You don't follow our ways of Islam anymore. This is your weakness. He says, nahin, do not think for this to be my weakness. ये मेरी कमजोरी नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरा गुरु समर्थ है. My remembrance of my Guru is my strength. And this strength, even if Talwandi was to be ruined today, that love will allow Talwandi to sprout again and live until the end of the time. I've already said that this city will be renamed after the name of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha. The priest leaves. Rai Bular sits, and as he's sitting there, he sings these words, Ke Sache Pacha, my heart is trembling. It trembles and trembles and trembles. I will never ever leave your robes. I will never let go, Sache Pacha. Manu ek baar darshan de do, ek khin darsh dikhaye ji. They sing, ek khin darsh dikhaye ji. This pain of this old man. He writes a letter to Mehta Kaluji. He sends for it. The soldiers go, they deliver it. Mehta Kaluji arrives, and Rai Bular goes, folds their hands, and they say, O physical father of Akal Purkh, you are blessed. But tell me this one thing, mere darshan ho jange? Can I get the darshan of Guru Nanak Dev Ji again? Will that time ever come again? Guru Nanak Dev Ji aaye ne? Where is Guru Nanak Dev Ji? Thanu koi pata hai? And Mehta Kaluji, they say, Oye Rai, tu bhi bujurg ho gaya, main bhi bujurg ho gaya. I've become old as well. Mainu aap nahi pata where my son is. Yes, I heard praises of my son. Rai Bular says, you should be proud. Akal Purkh has come into your house and sitting. You had the ability to raise this beautiful son. Mehta Kalyanda says, I hear the praise, but I cannot be proud of it, because now my son is not with me. He travels and roams the lands with Mardana and Balla. They sing the songs, but when I speak to anybody, I cannot say, this is my son, because my son is not there for me to show. Yes, he must be going and traveling, he must be doing great things, but I know none of this. And now I think to myself, Ke O Rai Bular, will I get the darshan of my son again? Will I ever be blessed again? Will I be able to recognize? Or am I going to pass away in this state as well? Mehta Kaluji says, there is some good news, that I've got a message from Bibi Nanaki ji. She's traveling from Sultanpur. She's saying that she will arrive today or tomorrow. Hey Rai, this is a good sign. Maybe Guru Nanak Dev Ji is coming, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday is arriving. In the next following days, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday will be there. Maybe we can celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday. Bibi Nanaki ji has not come back to Talwandi in years and years, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji was never here. They were always out on their travels. हाँ किसी दा उधार करदे होणगे, पर कदे साडा भी उधार हो जाऊगा. Will we get blessed? But if Bibi Nanaki ji is coming, शायद Guru Nanak Dev Ji, शायद परमात्मा इस धरती ते फिर चरण पाउणगे. And as they're having this conversation, they see a horse pulling up down the street. This horse rides in. There's a carriage behind this horse, and sitting upon this horse is Bhaiya Jairam Ji. Jairam Ji, the husband of Bibi Nanaki Ji, rides the horse in. As soon as he sees Rai Bular and Mehta Kalyandas Ji, he gets off the horse. He goes, takes his matha, puts it at the feet of both Rai Bular and Mehta Kalyandas Ji, the father of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the boss of the father of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Outside of the carriage, the cloth is moved, and the glowing face of Bibi Nanaki Ji looks out. With her innocent face, she looks upon her father. She looks upon Rai Bular. As soon as she steps out, she falls directly towards the feet of Rai Bular. Rai Bular says, "Nahin, na Bibi, don't get out. You are the beloved. You are the beloved of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. You do not need to get out of the carriage." She jumps out and she says, Nahin, Rai Ji, oh uncle, you are a beloved of Akal Purkh. You've seen Akal Purkh to be their true form. And anybody that's recognized Paramatma, I bow my head to them again and again. They say, Bibi Ji, what brings you here? Bibi Nanaki Ji says that in my sleep I had a dream. In this dream, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was in Talwandi, and we were all celebrating their birthday, the day that they came into this world. They had not come into Talwandi for many, many years, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji was here, and we were all celebrating it. You were there, and you were there, and you were there. ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਭੱਜੀ ਆਈ. I got up and we came running here that maybe Guru Nanak Dev Ji will come back and maybe we can celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah's birthday. Will my brother ever come? I do not know. But I sit and wait. Pyareo, this longing, hona shodon kant pasra, sada rangila lal pyara. That love of Akal Purkh is always new, is always filled with love, and these Guru Sikhs will never ever let go of that love, of that prem. The next day, they sit and they wait. Jairam Ji walks from one tree to the next tree, back and forth, back and forth. They look towards the tree and they say, "Oh tree, have you seen Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah? Did Guru Nanak Dev Ji play underneath you?" Then they go to the next tree. They say, "Nahi. Oh tree, did Guru Nanak Dev Ji play under you?" By Jairam Ji, they sit in this longing. Many Guru Sikhs gather at the house in the morning. 2 days go by and they're singing the praise of Akal Purkh. Somebody sits there with a rabab. They play with this rabab. They're all singing these praises of Akal Purkh. And as they're being sung and sung, Bibi Nanaki Ji sits. In the distance, they see two figures approaching. Everybody is singing for this longing. Sache Paatshah, will we get your darshan? Will we get your darshan? Two figures approach in the distance. And as they get closer and closer, everybody stops what they're doing. And they see that it's Bhai Bhagirath and Bhai Mansukh, two Guru Sikhs of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They arrive, and as soon as they enter where the Kirtan is being sung, and they say, "Is Guru Nanak Dev Ji here?" And Bibi Nanaki Ji says, "We thought you would tell us this. Tusi dasna aaya? You were the beloveds of Akal Purkh. You must have come with Guru Nanak Dev Ji. When we saw you approaching, we thought Guru Nanak Dev Ji aage mera pra aa gaya. My beloved brother has come." That means you didn't come from Lahore. You didn't come from Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They say that for the last few days, we had this pull in our heart. The strings of our hearts have been pulled, and we kept having this push to come to Talwandi. And we thought Guru Nanak Dev Ji had probably arrived by now. Pyareo, sachi gal hai. Bibi Nanaki Ji says, before the dewy winter nights, before that ras arrives, all the cranes and they come and gather. Is sadhuan di nishani hai. Whenever Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah, or any avatar for that reason, they took birth on this world, many saints from all across the world, they got up that morning and they said, Akal Purkh has arrived in this world. The strings of love have been pulled. And today even, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji could be returning back to Talwandi, all these cranes, all these hunts, all these swans are coming together in preparation for that. Could Guru Nanak Dev Ji come? But now it's reassured to everybody that if the saints of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, if the beloveds of Paramatma are gathering, haan mera pra jarur auga. Guru Nanak Dev Ji jarur aarke. The mother Mata Tripta Ji, she steps out of the house. She says, what have I become? I'm nothing without my son. Pyareo, this is that same mother who in the middle of the night, when their son would cry in the love of Paramatma, Rana Babiha Bolyo Meri Mai. They would call out to this love in the middle of the night, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji would cry at a young age. This Mataji would sit beside them and listen. And this beloved Paramatma would say, oh my mother, listen. In this world, everything is calling out to Paramatma. Let's call out to Paramatma as well. The same mother is saying that time I didn't want to hear the cries of my son, but now I just long to hear the voice. She cries and cries. Days go by. And that day arrives. The night before the birthday of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They sit. Guru Nanak Dev Ji aunge. Darshan pyasi dinas raat chitvo anandin neet. Pyareo, this morning we spoke about Satpu Makama Brahm Gyan. Jinna chir prem nahi aunda na, jinna chir ras nahi aunda, nothing is achievable. Even when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they travelled all the way towards the yogis and the sadhus, to Sumer Parbat, to Pangarnath, to Pagirat. They sat down and this is what they told them. They said, you connect to Jivatat. You sit in thoughtlessness. But you have not connected to Paramtat. Yogi said, what do you mean? We do believe in it. He said, nay, you believe in it, but you have not connected to it. How can we connect to it? They say, how can we experience this prem? How can we detach from these thoughts? Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that just like a young bride is married off, when the young bride is married, first she is attached to her mother and father. She is attached to her brothers and sisters. She is attached to her friends and family in that maternal home. But then when she gets married, her love grows for her husband. Her love grows for her new house. And intuitively, the detachment comes from the old family. And union comes with the husband. And the truth is, through this union of love, through this tang, all thoughts are automatically dispelled. You can sit within your own thought and go into the states of thoughtlessness, but you will never be able to merge into Paramatat until you recite the praises of Akal Purkh. There are two things you need to remember. That is, you need to have love for Naam. Every time these words come out of your mouth, Tan Tan Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, with pure love. The words come out, Vaheguru. Have love for Naam and have longing for darshan of Akal Purkh. If these two things sit in your heart, that experience and that darshan will come to you. Pyareo, this mother of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, she longs, she cries, she sits, and as she's crying and crying and crying, she goes unconscious. She falls to the ground. Mehta Kalyan Das Ji, they sit there and they say, what a sinner I have become. Look at the state of my family. Why did I slap my own son when I was a child? What was going through my mind? I wasn't able to recognize my son. I slapped the form of Paramatma, and that same face that I slapped, I cannot live without it now. Mehta Kalyan Das Ji takes water, sprinkles it over the face of Mata Tripta Ji, wakes her up. She wakes up. She cries again, is my son here? Guru Nanak Dev Ji aa gaya? Guru Nanak aa gaya? Is she here? Is he here? And everyone's quiet. No, Guru Nanak Dev Ji had not come. The night passes, slow, harsh. She goes unconscious again. Mehta Kalyan Das Ji cry and cry, they go unconscious. Rai Balar, complete detachment, they go back to their home. Bhagirat, Mansukh, they wait and wait and wait. They go back. Bibi Nanaki Ji sits and she's saying that will Guru Nanak Dev Ji come? In her heart, she looks deep inside. She sees the lips, pearl-like lips of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the beautiful mustache of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and the beautiful lips, they curve upwards. They see the beautiful teeth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji shining through those lips. She sees the smile of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. She gets up, she calls everyone, she's like, Guru Nanak Dev Ji mera pra auga. That Guru Nanak Dev Ji smile inside of Bibi Nanaki Ji's heart reassured her, named Maharaj Areya. They gather everyone, they sit again, they sing the praises. The Rabab plays, Guru Nanak Dev Ji auga, pyareo. Everyone goes narasa again. They leave. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they will come. It's the birthday of Guru Nanak Dev Ji now. Both mother and father are unconscious outside. She sits inside of the home, standing at the gate. She closes her eyes and she says, oh my brother, mere veer, mere Rab, mere Sai, will you come? Tusi aunge. The call of love is there. The strings of love have been pulled. And in the heart of Bibi Nanaki Ji, she sees Guru Nanak Dev Ji's prakash. So bright. It makes all of the suns and the moons come together and makes them look dim. Guru Nanak Dev Ji's face is standing. And beside them, Bhai Mardana Ji, the Rabab is in their hand. She sees this beautiful view in her eyes. And she says, oh Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah, I see you in my heart. But everyone around me cannot see you. Sache Paatshah, will you ever show your darshan on this land again? And the moment she opens her eyes, the same way that she saw Guru Nanak Dev Ji standing inside of her heart, she sees Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Bhai Mardana Ji standing at the edge of the courtyard. She sees, her heart races. She says, Maharaj, my beloved brother has come. She wants to go out and run and embrace, fall at the feet of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. She's been longing for it for so long. But then she sees her mother and father. Look at the sacrifice of Bibi Nanaki Ji. There's no one with such love of Bibi Nanaki Ji. Even at this moment, she says, Ki nahi, I'll have to sacrifice this because my mom, my mother, my father, they have the rights to meet Guru Nanak Dev Ji first. I will wait. I will hide behind this wall, behind this door. Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes. They grab onto the feet of their father. They shake their feet. And the father is speaking mid-unconscious, but half-conscious. Guru Nanak Dev Ji shakes their feet. Mehta Kalyan Das Ji, they say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji aunge. Guru Nanak Dev Ji aunge. Guru Nanak Dev Ji replies, they say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji aa gaya. They say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji aa gaya. They say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji aunge, because they're still half slumber. Aunge, nahi aunge. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, nahi aa gaya ya, main aa gaya. Guru Nanak Dev Ji aa gaya ya. Kehte nahi aunge, nahi main aa gaya ya. Mehta Kalyan Das Ji wakes up. They see Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They say, Baksh lo minnu. I wasn't able to see the true form. Bless me, fall at my feet, let me fall at your feet. And before they do this, they say, even before me, your mother has the right. They wake up, they say, Tripta uth, vekh kaun aaya, vekh kaun aaya. She's unconscious, she doesn't move. And by now, Mansukh, Bhagirat, even Bhai Lalo, all of these Gursikh, Rai Bular, they've all gathered. They fall at the feet of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Paatshah. Mata Tripta Ji wakes up. She embraces Guru Nanak Dev Ji. That meeting, that union, not the greatest union, the greatest relationship is of the son, the child, and the mother. That love is the greatest connection in physical relationships, in this physical life. But now imagine the greatest relationship of a jeev, a being with Paramatma, connecting to Paramatma, combined with the love between a mother and a son. She embraced Mehta Kalyan Das Ji. Their illusion, all their doubts are removed, sitting in Anand. Mata Tripta Ji, all these Gursis gather, they go inside of this house and the Kirtan is sung. The celebrations of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday are done. Pyareo, Bhai Mardana Ji replaced that rabab. Aapa ye vichar kar rahe hain, if you have that tang, that desire to meet Paramatma, Sachi gal liya, Sache Pacha will never let go of you. Bhai Mardana Ji, the person who plays the rabab, 10 years older than Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Sache Pacha, many times they said, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I'm resigning, I'm done, I'm out. Many people long for you. You travel to these places, you enlighten everybody. When are you going to bless me? We went to Koda Rakash, we went to Sajjan Thug, we went to Pumiya Chor, we went to the Siddhs, we went everywhere. But here's the thing, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, you sit for days and days and days, you don't eat. It doesn't affect you, I know. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, months go by, you don't sleep on a proper bed. You are in such anand, and when tears are flowing from your eyes, I just sit and watch. And I imagine, what type of anand could you actually be experiencing? Keda anand hai? Will I ever experience it as well? Mere hirde vich bhi aauga. And Bhai Mardana Ji says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, I'm done. Bas ho gaya. I'm done, that's it. Here's my resignation letter, I'm going on strike. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha says, Bhai Mardanya, tere to bina main nahi ji sakda. Tu mera bhai hai. Many people called Mardana a doom, a low caste Muslim. Who is this person that's traveling? They make fun of me all the time, Sache Pacha. I can't stand it. I do get affected by people's slander and praise. I do get affected by the cold nights and the hungry winters. You do not get affected. But if you just even give me a glimpse of the ras that you have, either bless me so I'm not affected anymore, or minu vida kar, chhad de minu. Let me go back to my home. I got my daughter married. I left my sons. I left my wife. I left everything to be with you. But tusi mere te nahi kirpa karde. What is this? This is injustice. Sometimes even the sadhus and the bhagats, they become teet with each other. Teet or mango. This was the relationship. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, all it took was for Bhai Mardana Ji to fall at their feet, and Bhai Mardana Ji was blessed with that anand. But many times this happened through these adasiyan. Bhai Mardana Ji would come, they would fall in love and they would leave again and again. It wasn't once, many times. And Bhai Balaji sitting there, one time Bhai Mardana Ji went, they got captured, they got in trouble. Guru Nanak Dev Ji had to go and save them because they rejected Guru Nanak Dev Ji, saying, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, you're not going to bless me? Shaddo pare. Because they were 10 years elder. They had a relationship like friends. They would argue, but not like we might argue and we would stop talking. No, this was a much deeper connection of prem. Something that tori na tuta, shori na shuta, aisi madho, khinchta nahi. Mu lalan se preet bani. You can cut it, you can light it on fire, you could burn it, you could rip it, but it never goes away. Bhai Mardana Ji leaves and Bhai Lalo Ji says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, why are we going after him again? Je oh jana chonda hai na, jaan do, let him go. If he really wants to leave, he's not done it once, he's not done it twice, he's done it so many times. He's left you, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha. If he really wants to go, just let him go. Chhad do onu. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji looks, they grab Bhai Balaji's arm and they say, Balaya, main tenu ek sachi gal dassa. Main mardane to bina ji nahi sakda. The form of Akal Purkh, Paramatma is saying, I cannot live without Bhai Mardana. Oh mera veer hai, mera bra hai. Sachi gal hai, Bhai Mardana ji has grabbed onto my hand. And the person jira mera hath pakad lenda, somebody that grabs onto me, even if they let go of me, I will never let go of their hand. He can let go of me all he wants because he's grabbed onto me once. Jo marji kari jave, main nahi onu chhadda. I will never let go of him. Main nahi chhadda kade. Pero this is our Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha. Sadhus, yogis, many became bemukh. Many thought. The sadhus sat, they drank alcohol, they took drugs, they did many things just to try to reach into a state of nirvana, go into different states, try to experience, but this is just sensory pleasures that they're experiencing. Not knowing what to do. We go into many sensory pleasures, we go and turn our face away from the Guru many, many times. So many times we do this. But Sachi Galya, you can turn your face away from the Guru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji will never ever turn their face away from you. Bas ek wari Sache Paat. Even if Bhai Mani Singh Ji is being band katte, even if the Chote Sahibzade are being bricked alive, even if Baba Ajit Singh Ji, Baba Jujar Singh Ji, these are those days, pyareo. It is that lineage, that love of Guru Nanak Dev Ji that's shining through all of them. And here we sit today and we remember that. It's very easy to sit in Sad Sangat. That's why we come into Sad Sangat, to remember, to experience that light of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. But when times get tough, even Bhai Harman Singh had to turn his face away and said, Hey Guru Gobind Singh Ji Sache Pacha, I know you are Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Mainu pata hai, I can see it in you. But I cannot live with just these shole. Threw the shole on the ground, the 40, hundreds of Gursikhs left. But pyareo, Guru Gobind Singh Ji never let go of Bhai Harman Singh. Bhai Harman Singh said, Hey Sache Pacha, I've become shaheed on this battlefield now. Guru Gobind Singh Ji says, what do you want? Ask for something. He says, Sache Pacha, that letter that we wrote and said that you are not our Guru and we are not your Sikhs. Sache Pacha, please bless us, please tear that apart, please erase it. Guru Gobind Singh Ji reaches into their chola and they take it out from the pocket where their heart is. And they say, Hey Mahasingha, tenu e lagdaya that this letter, that I must have taken it and I must have gotten angry, I must have thrown it away. But nahi, I take it and I put it right at my heart. Every moment that you were away from me, this letter was against my heartbeat. Mere dil nal, mere seene nal laga hoya siga. They take it, the tear drops from their eyes, wipes that ink out of the way and they rip that letter away. Sache Pacha, truly, we can go bemukh from our Guru. No matter what we do, the Guru will not let go of us. Ek wari apan Guru nu aakh diye, Sache Pacha, ho na shodon kant pasra. I will never let go of you. Ho na shodon kant pasra. I will never let go of you. Jo marji ho jave. If difficulties come, even if I'm bad, even if I'm wicked, I'm twisted, but Sache Pacha, no matter which way I am, I'm yours. This death is upon our head. मैं सिंह नाल विचार कर रहा सीगा, before we do समाप्ति मैं एक बेनती करदा. We're talking about how death is always upon our head. We forget and we become bemukh all the time. We turn our face away from the Guru, not recognizing what the true form is, not realizing what is beneficial. You're in the game while you're in this body. Now is your chance. But here's the thing, you could be in the game of a dodgeball. You're playing dodgeball. The balls are being thrown. You've all been playing it today. But guess what? In the moment, if your focus slips for just a little bit and you get hit with that ball could hit you at any moment. Death can come at any moment. The breath that goes inside of you, there's no guarantee it's going to come out. Guru to kade muh nahi modna. That ball hits you, and in that moment you regret, oh, I should have dodged it, I should have been paying attention, I could have done this. But pyareo, it's too late then. You're already out of the game. You will repent it. You'll regret it then. Don't regret it then. Recognize it now and focus in this moment now. Death is upon your head in this very moment. Remember death, remember your Guru, remember this love for Paramatma, because once you leave this body, Purani tu aaya laha land laga ke vakade, sab mukti chali rahan, you're wasting your life away. This is where Rai Bilal sat there in the morning and he said, am I wasting my life away? Will I get darshan of my Guru? What have I done where my Guru is not coming and giving me darshan? Sachi gal hai. If we focus on Sache Pacha, look deep inside of our hearts, this prem is something just like butter touches bread. As soon as the butter touches, it immerses itself into that bread. These are the words of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the conversations that they're having with the sadhus. Even though I'm saying it to you, we don't have time to go through all of the conversations with the sadhus. Pyareo, truly immerse yourself, touch that rang of love. It'll immerse you, all your thoughts, all your detachments, all these things that you're worrying about, sara kuch goes out in an instant. The mother doesn't have to be reminded, hey, you have to feed your child. The mother doesn't have to be reminded, is your child hungry? Does your child need to sleep? No. In the young age, when a child is young, the mother's every breath is focused around that child. In the same way, the child can forget, Ramaya, hum barak tera kaya na khandas, avguna mera. We may forget the children, we may forget Paramatma, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they have our lekha pressed against their heart. They remember our every move, and they say that the moment you turn back, the moment you bless back, all of these blessings are yours, you'll be liberated. But ek wari Guru de ge tehteri ho ja. If you don't know how to ask or what to ask from Guru Sahib, even if you say, I don't know how to ask for darshan, Pyareo, you can at least ask for the daat on how to ask for something. But Guru Sahib de ge ek wari kehta do Sache Pacha, main tera main haar gaya. Sache Pacha, hum aaya duron chal ke, takki to sharnai jiyo. Ab hum chali, thakur pe haar jab hum sharan, Prabhu ki aayi raak Prabhu, paame maar. This is the Sadant from the beginning of the times of Bhagat Kabir Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji till today. Love is that thing, is when you take your head, put it on the palm of your hand and you give it to the Guru and you say, Sache Pacha, I give you everything. Sara kuch main de detta. Guru Sahib Sache Pacha says, if you give me yourself, je tu mera hoye rahe, sab jag tera hoye, everything is given to you. Prem bliss Anand Paramatma. Tang andar pੈ ਜਾਵੇ. ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਇਹ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਬੇਨਤੀਆਂ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ I've made many mistakes. Like I said this morning, you are not just Sangat in front of me. You are not just Gursikhs of Scotland or London or Birmingham or Woolwich. You guys are the form of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha sitting right in front of me. ਤੇ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਅੱਜ ਖੜ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂ, nothing comes to my mind. ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ, I don't have any ਗਿਆਨ, I don't know any knowledge, I don't know how to read, I don't know how to write, I don't know how to sing. But ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ, if I am yours, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ, ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ, ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ, ਬਖਸ਼ ਲਓ. ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਗੱਜ ਵੱਜ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ